Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, November 22nd, 2024. Before I jump in, I want to mention that on Thursday, wickedstocks.com put out a stock pick on Mara Holdings. That is sort of a Bitcoin ecosystem data mining company on the edge of a big signal. And I'm not exaggerating when I say we see the possibility of a 50%, that's right, 50% return in the weeks and maybe several months following the buy signal that we lay out for you. And we're very close to it. So you want to check that out, what the conditions are for that. Go to wickedstocks.com, take advantage of our 5-day free trial, and you will see it for free. Also, earlier this week, Upstart Holdings, another solid stock pick, offering maybe not 50% returns, but sizable gains if we meet the requirements for the buy signal that we outlay in the video, just like you see here. Let's jump into the charts. I'll start with this one. 337.37 is the level for the day. Not necessarily to trade, although that's true. On an intraday basis, you can scalp around 337.37. But if we close above this nearly 2-year channel top by a full 1% margin, this week's magic number to the far right is 340.75. That is 1% above 337.37. If we can close 340.75 or higher, we skew into a long-term buy signal. Within 3 to 5 weeks, with present volatility 414.49 in reach, this could take 2 to 3 months if volatility contracts back to its more normal state that we saw, earlier in the year. And 499.93, I'll be talking about this for months to come as our next big picture objective. If we close above 337.37 today by that required 1% margin, that is the big picture. Now, if we do not close above 337.37. Even if we do so, but not by a 1% margin, it really is sort of, let's see how next week plays out. And we'll give you the kind of the intra-week levels for that. In fact, still right now, I've got above the market 350 even. That is the high settlement price that was put out a week ago last Monday. And if we can, if we close above that today, of course, we have a buy signal because we're also closing the week itself above that 337.37 formation. But as we spill into next week, if we do not settle above that 337.37 by the full 1% margin, the wait and see next week will be, well, can we settle Monday, Tuesday above 350 even? And then if so, that then skews everything upside through the rest of the week, and then you can probably act on a long-term buy signal early next week if we close above 350. I think you understand what I'm saying. Downside, our sell signal is below 330.01, and that is Monday's low. That is still the high for the week, and if we close below it, obviously we're also closing below the 337.37 channel top. That keeps a lid on buying pressures and actually not only allows, but I think likely should yield over the next 2 to 3 to 5 weeks, this mid-270s, mid-280s long-term support area. So if we close below 337.37 today, the mid-270s, the mid-280s, still then considered a realistic 3 to 5 week target or sooner. That sooner probably would materialize with a settlement today below 330.01, as I think sellers would then emerge, whether that's merely getting out of exiting a long position. So that I kind of jumped in both the long term and the near term today. This 338.34 channel top on the daily chart, I think that's kind of your tradable level today. But I'm reluctant. You can see we've kind of chopped both sides of this all week long without any consequence. And so once again, closing above 350.00 is your upside signal. Now, once again, I'm just going to repeat that if we close today merely at or above 340.75, that is also a buy signal on this longer term weekly chart. That indicates 414.49 within 2 to 3 months or less, 419.93, I'll just say kind of like within 5 to 8 months or less. Downside, once again, we've got the weekly chart at 337.37 and the daily chart at 338.34. If we break 337.37, we can fall back to 330 even 330.01 quite easily today. And we can bottom out there on an intraday basis. That is a legitimate support level short term. That is Monday's low. We could bounce off of 330.01 back into the upper 330s on an intraday basis. But if we close below 337.37 today, below that weekly channel top, and if we happen to close below 330.01, I do see, within a matter of 1 to 2 days, 311.18, the low settlement price from about a week ago. And yes, I think if we close today below 330.01, even if we close back below 337.37 to finish the week out below, this significant channel top, if we close below that this week, and you could consider setting a short position. We wouldn't have a sell signal yet on weakness, but we were unable to close above a 2-year channel top. And this market can get real tired real fast and fall away into the mid to upper 270s over the next 3 to 5 weeks. So you may consider, for instance, reaching for a 280 or 285 strike out of the money put that doesn't expire. I'd go a couple of months out on that expiration, given the 3 to 5 week possibility for getting down there. Upside today, if we happen to push through 350, 367.81 is in reach today. Just a simple trend line off the July high against that more recent November high. That could be it for the day. I would not sell this short and stay short over the weekend at 367.81, especially if we close today above 350 even, because then we're meeting the requirements for several buy signals. One just above 350 itself, but as I've already said, most notably above the 337.37 2-year channel top. Is there anything else for me to say beyond what I already have? Once again, Wicked Stocks put out a stock pick, 2 stock picks this week. Mara Holdings on Thursday, Upstart Holdings on Tuesday. Check them out. Go to wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. We also have daily triple Q and SPY analysis, weekly Apple stock. There's a lot there for you to see for a very reasonable $47 a month. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla report. You have a fabulous weekend.